These trans men should not be playing sports with girls. Watch this. It's just unfair. This man literally knocks that little girl down on the court. I sure hope this poor girl finds a good husband to take care of her one day when this silly sports thing is over. Stop the insanity! Okay, that was not a video of a trans woman hitting a spike. That was an AFAB woman, and here's a news flash for you. Sometimes there are women who hit the ball harder or jump higher than other women. Nature is not always fair. Michael Phelps is the greatest male swimmer of all time, not just because he worked hard to be a great swimmer. He has a freakish natural body build that causes him to move in the water faster than other male bodies do. Bodies that worked just as hard to be great swimmers. I personally worked hard enough to be an NBA basketball player, but nature only gave me 5 feet 9 inches of height and not great jumping or speed ability. It's not fair! Do you know what else isn't fair? Nature sometimes puts a person inside a body with a biological sex that doesn't match up with the gender they feel. But you know what's amazing? We have the medical and surgical tools to correct that. Just like we have surgical procedures to remove breast tissue from males who believe breast tissue on their chest doesn't line up with their gender identity. Or facial hair removal, or breast enhancement, or Botox for females who believe all of those attributes will help correct areas of their biology where they felt nature wasn't fair. There were over 510,000 college athletes playing sports last year. Do you know how many of them were trans? Best estimates are a maximum of 10. Not 10,000, 10. And do you know how many of them you've heard of? At most 2. And you know why you've only heard of 2? Because the rest of them are not dominating their sports. They're just another student athlete trying to live their life like every other college student. Although their lives are made more difficult by people who say they don't deserve to be in their sport, or maybe they shouldn't exist at all. And they have to live in a country where political and religious leaders are demonizing them for political power. Republican governor of Utah vetoed a ban on transgender kids in sports, and this major Trump-supporting governor said there are 4 trans kids playing sports in the state of Utah, and only one of them playing in girls' sports. He said, "I'm vetoing this bill because I want to tell trans children you can live and have a place in the state of Utah." And then the legislature overrode his veto. Would you be willing to consider that the trans in sports issue isn't a fairness issue? It's a political demonization issue in a battle for political and religious power. Because for many trans people in our country, it's literally a matter of life and death. And after all, didn't Jesus command Christians to love their neighbor as themselves?